Is there anything more terrifying than being a preteen girl? Do you all remember middle school? Okay? Right, it's not fun. Leaving the comfort of elementary school and that core group of friends that you grew up with. What's the scariest thing for a preteen? Boys? Acne? Having your parents chaperone your very first middle school dance? Yes, there they are, I see you. Yes. How about changing in the locker room for the very first time in front of all those new faces? We wanted more than anything to fit in, to be just like everyone else. Well, I went into those years knowing I was going to be different than everybody else. Now that's scary. So, here's my backstory. I was diagnosed with scoliosis in the 3rd grade. For those of you that don't know, scoliosis is a curvature of your spine. It's something that can be fixed if you listen to your doctor and your parents. Now, I already knew how they were going to fix this problem because both my brother had it, my mom had it when she was growing up. So I knew that it meant years of wearing a back brace and possibly surgery at some point in the future. So my doctor gave me like a little mini replica of the back brace that I would have to start wearing, and so I could take it with me to school for show and tell. It was kind of like my very own after-school special, showing everybody that I would have to wear this thing permanently. And it's not like this thing could be hidden unless I wanted to wear a turtleneck every single day, and that wasn't going to happen. No, turtlenecks when you're a kid, no. The best thing about being in elementary school is growing up with those same kids. They all know who you are. Nobody ever treated me any different. It was almost normal. Well, by the time I entered 6th grade, I was over the back brace, done with it. It just hit me like, I don't want to wear this thing anymore. I don't want people asking me about it, new school and all that. I was done. There's nothing more embarrassing for a young kid than being at the airport and going through the security line, having to remove your back brace and put it on the scanner, have it being x-rayed, and then grabbing it off the scanner and then putting it back on under your clothes. No, wasn't going to happen for me. I didn't like it. So clearly, I dropped that thing like a bad habit. And how is a back brace going to fit into a cheerleading uniform? I mean, I was looking to my future people, and wearing a back brace did not fit into my lifelong dream of being a cheerleader. I knew that if I didn't keep wearing the back brace, that I would eventually have to have that back surgery. Well, I didn't care. I thought of it as a quick fix, a way to just go back to being a normal kid. Not so much. Being the typical teenager, I didn't listen to my parents, and I stopped wearing my back brace. My back surgery happened when I was 14, my freshman year of high school. And boy, did it suck. I didn't think of the end results of what surgery would have or like the recovery. I mean, deep down, I knew I was going to have a scar, but it wasn't like at the top of my mind. I mean, I was just thinking about the quick fix, the end results. I mean, I was a teenager. Can you blame me? Recovery was brutal. Days in the hospital, weeks out of school, having a tutor at home, and not being able to do anything for myself. It was awful. But then, of course, to me, the worst part was I had to miss freshman cheerleading tryouts, crushing my pom-pom dreams. I wish I had listened to my parents. Yes, Mom and Dad, you were right. I should have worn it. But seriously, I didn't think about how I would feel physically after the surgery. The first time I saw the scar, I thought it was hideous. I thought it was really ugly. I thought I was ugly. And I thought, if I'm thinking these things about myself, what are others going to think of me when they see it? When it was visible through something I was wearing, then the questions would start. Where'd you get that thing? Or what is that? It was awful. I thought, I'm never going to be able to wear all those cute, fun clothes that all the new high schoolers are going to be wearing, that backless dress at your first dance, or swimsuits on vacation, because I didn't want people asking me about my scar. Well, I currently have 2 titanium rods on each side of my spine, and they are here to stay. And guess what? After my back surgery, part of my recovery was to wear another damn back brace. Now remember, I stopped wearing the first one because I didn't want to go into middle school with a back brace, right? Now I'm in high school and I had to wear another one. Luckily, it was only for 2 months, but it was mandatory for my recovery. But there it was, yet again, taunting me and keeping me from those cheerleading tryouts. I mean, at this point, after my surgery, I thought, how am I ever going to be a cheerleader? Because now, not only do I have this giant scar on my back, I've got 2 metal rods, which means I can't bend over. Okay, I have perfect posture, yes, but I can't bend, I can't tumble. And we all know that cheerleaders are the ones doing the backflips and everything, right? I knew I couldn't do it. Not only that, what I thought cheerleaders were these beautiful girls who were always on point, looking cute, and here I am with this giant thing on my back. Like, it didn't fit into my vision of what I thought a cheerleader was. Well, being the determined teenager that I was, desperate to be a cheerleader, I did anything I could think of to become one, and that determination finally paid off. About a year later, I had proven to the cheerleading squad and the cheerleading coach that I could high kick and do a cheer routine right along with the rest of them, and no one had more pep in their step than me. My dream finally became reality, scars and all. So we got what we thought was going to be this terrible diagnosis when I was in 3rd grade, and while it literally put me on my back, I wasn't going to let it keep me down for too long. You are currently looking at the recipient of the 2005 Central High School Spirit Award, and my spirit hasn't stopped since.